How's it going, everyone? Byron here with Riders Domain. We're out here at the BMW Performance Center with Continental. We're getting some, education on road riding and off-road riding with some pretty incredible bikes. We've got access to BMW's fleet of, the R1200 GS as well as the F800 and F700 bikes. This place is really incredible. I mean, if you get a chance to come out here and take a class with some of the instructors, I mean, they're super knowledgeable, they're super helpful, and they build in steps. You're not just thrown at something that you can't do. You work up to it, you improve your skill, you get comfortable on the bike. And I mean, we've only been at it for about 4 hours now, and I already feel like, I've learned a lot and that I've got some skills that I didn't have, when I woke up this morning. We've been running the Continental TKC 80 tires, and they provide a remarkable amount of grip out on the road. I was really surprised. It's my first time using them on the road, and it's like you're running a standard street tire. You get lots of lean angle, especially on these tall bikes. You're scraping peg before you know it. And they've worked really great out in the the gravel and the mud and the dirt too. I mean, Continental's TKC tire is a pretty fantastic all-arounder. I mean, plus it looks cool. It's got that knobby look. And with the GS machine particularly, I mean, that's a really winning combination. Some of the road stuff, evasive handling, braking, things like that, really getting a feel for how the motorcycle, handles, slow speed maneuvers, things like that. It was really nice to start off the day and get comfortable with the machine before we moved on to some of the more difficult stuff.
And get up to 25 miles an hour. You need to maintain 25 miles an hour because now we're going to do what's called counter steering. So with counter steering, because the bike has sped up, so now you get that good gyroscopic effect. Now when you want to go left, you actually push left. So you're going to push on the head. Watch that left elbow. Extend that elbow. Watch it again. Watch the right elbow now. See how the bike dipped and then the rider followed and changed it just like that.
We're going to start talking about slow ride. This is basically what we call a mall walker pace. And you remember how I was talking about using 2 fingers on the grip and using that friction zone right there, or using the clutch so you don't have to, you can disengage if you need to. If you're on full-on idle, you're going too fast here. This is a good opportunity to practice just kind of staying right in that friction zone of the clutch, okay? After we do that, we're going to go straight into trying trial starts. We're going to do 1 pass each because we're going to incorporate these in the off-road and as we go through the day. And again, this is just to kind of get you used to the bike that you're on, okay? Aaron's going to run a quick demo. He's only going to go a few cones up because when you've seen a slow ride, you've seen a slow ride. If you guys can't see, by all means, come on up here.
you put that foot out, you want to roll on the clutch and let the clutch out. I mean, roll on the throttle and let the clutch out.
Look at the top of the hill, that'll help. There you go. Nice, good job, good job.
There you go, that's a nice pace, yeah. Nice pace.
Up there now. Looking awesome. Nice. Yes, sir. Just because we can, we're going to let him shift up into third, and let's see what he's got. What do you say? Frankly, this is yes, absolutely. Okay, absolutely. All right, third gear. Let's see what he's got. It should be somewhere between 55 and 60.
Then we moved to the off-road. We did some of the same drills out there, you know, slow speed, learn how to stop while standing on the pegs, keep the bike balanced. Then we moved on to, you know, ruts and going over some washboard type obstacles and getting, you know, a sense for how to move the bike with the pegs. You know, it's been really, really informative. It's been really fun. And it's been pretty challenging so far too.
So, what we're going to do now is prepare to go over washboards and through some ruts, okay? And frankly, ruts, sand and gravel, when I started here, that was my nemesis. I hated them, couldn't do them. But what I found out was when I'd go over, I went into safety mode and start clenching the tank. And guys, you're not going to win against a 500-pound motorcycle. If it wants to go this way, if you don't give it some room to let it breathe, it's just going to knock you down, chop you down like a tree. So, when we're looking to go through these things right here, the first thing I want to do, number one, is relax. Get my legs rested.
This time, now watch, when he gets to this green cone, he's going to start loosening. See how he's loosening his body up? He's getting ready for this rut, making sure he stays nice and loose. Nice and smooth. See how he's keeping his head up, head weighting. All right, so he's going to go down the left side. Watch his head. See all that movement with the bike, but the head stays nice.
said, we're looking for technique here, guys. These things are 525 pounds-ish. Going downhill, there's a really good technique that we teach, and we feel like it should be the one that you use all the time on a big bike. But the one thing I need you to keep in mind as we're going over these things and you're working on your technique, set your speed at the top of the hill no matter what the hill is. Don't expect to go like this hill, no big deal. Certainly you could slow down on this one. But if I'm like, all right guys, we're going here straight to the big one that's gravel coated, you're not going to be able to slow the bike down. There's a really good chance that you're actually just going to pick up more speed. So you want to go as slow as you possibly can before the front wheel crests the edge and heads down that way, if that makes sense, okay? So before we talk about body position, let's think about how the motorcycle acts.
We're going to keep on going this afternoon. We're going to up the speed on some of the road obstacles and maybe even get back out in the dirt. I'm not sure. We finished off the day with a lap around the Enduro Course, so some tight single track, some obstacles in the woods, stuff that you would actually run into when you were taking one of these things out with your buddies. And that was probably the most challenging part of the day, just trying to put together everything, where to put your body, how to weight the pegs, how to steer through, how to maneuver the bike when you don't have a lot of traction or you get into a rut. It was just really nice to be able to put all that together and snake through the trees and have some fun. There are plenty of people go down, but it's not a problem. I mean, you got plenty of people around here willing to come and help you pick the bike up and keep you going. Honestly, if you guys get a chance to come out here and do a day or two or three at the BMW Performance Center, do it. It's really been phenomenal. I'm only 4 hours in. If you want to know anything more about Continental's TKC 80 tire, we got links in the description. We've also got a link to the BMW Performance Center if you want to check out what their schedule is, what it might cost you to come out here. It's absolutely worth the trip. We really want to thank Continental. We want to thank BMW and the BMW Performance Center for having us out. We got to have a really fantastic experience out here, and we can't recommend it enough. If you get the chance, please get yourself to South Carolina and get yourself out here and learn how to ride these bikes, because it is a lot of fun.